Hey everybody, welcome back to our currently as of yet named game. We're going with the made up name Friends of Thunder since we're running the Storm King's Thunder campaign, but as you know that sometimes it takes time for group chemistry to kind of develop and for characters to actually name their own game. Real quick, if you don't remember what happened last week, and for a couple of our players that were out last week, the party was set out from the town of Daggerford to the village of Nightstone. Their hopes were to try to hook up with a lady Nandar to sort of get a bounty for goblins. She had given out a bounty of 25 gold pieces a head for a goblin, and they traveled to Nightstone to try to talk to her to get the bounty. But when they arrived at the village of Nightstone, they found it completely abandoned. So, we're going to start with the two characters that you guys didn't get an opportunity to meet during our last episode. Dagoria and Tachar. Dagoria is a tiefling, and Tachar is another dragonborn. I do believe you are a blue dragonborn, right, Tachar?
That is correct.
Okay. Dagoria and Tachar, your associates asked you politely to scout around the village of Nightstone while they investigated the interior of Nightstone. Okay? So this is essentially why you guys weren't here last episode, is because you were busy making your way all the way around the village of Nightstone. So, if I'm going to recenter all of your maps down here onto this side, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out Miss Dagoria, Mr. Tachar. There's your tokens on the map. You guys should be able to move them around. Make sure everybody's got control of their tokens before I go very much further. One of the first things you guys did was head south. So I'm just going to ping along and kind of describe what you guys found during your circuit of the village, Nightstone. So you guys made it down south and came to a little bit of a creek here. This is part of the moat. This is what feeds the moat towards the village of Nightstone. It wasn't such a big deal to go ahead and just jump in and swim across the river there towards the opposite side of the village. You were able to see the wooden palisade of the keep as well as the keep itself. You could tell just by swimming through the water as well as actually just looking at it, the keep had sustained extensive damage. Great big huge rocks seemed to have been dropped upon this keep itself, and parts of it had been shattered in. Okay? You guys notice that there is a bridge that runs between the village and the keep itself, and that bridge had been collapsed in by one of those boulders.
Okay.
As you continue to make your way around the village, along the opposite side of the village, right about here, one of the things that you would notice is that previously to this point in time, an incessant ringing of a bell, like a church bell, kept going. For audio effect, I'm going to go ahead and start said church bell now. This is the sound that you guys had been hearing the entire time you have been traveling around the outside of the village. Although, about halfway through the backside of the village, the bell miraculously stops. Not sure what might have caused that or how that exactly happened, but just to let you know that it does eventually stop. Your party members can fill you in if they so choose. Upon reaching the northern side of the village, you can again come across a small stream or river. Strength. You are able to jump in and swim across here without any checks or any sort of difficulty. You realize that the wooden palisade that surrounds the entire village is completely intact. Every so often, above the wooden palisade, you can make out a stone watchtower. These towers here are approximately 20 feet tall, where the wooden palisade is 15 feet tall. Along the northern side of the village, you can tell that about half a mile or so to the north is a dense, thick forest. Very, very much your typical Pacific Northwest forest with the great deal of foliage, very thick with the broken logs and the dense ditterus that lie amongst the forest. To the northwest of the village, in this particular direction, you could see some hills. They tend to be the foothills of a mountain range. They are probably about 2 miles away or so from the town itself. Upon coming around the western side of the village, right around in here, you begin to notice a great deal of tracks heading what appear to be from the village in a northwesterly direction. This is where I'm going to go ahead and turn control over your characters and the narrative over to Dagoria and T'Char. So, you have made it almost all the way back around to the village, as this is the drawbridge, the entrance to the village. When you notice here, there is a substantial amount of footprints heading to the northwest.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I study the tracks?
Sure. Why don't you tell me what you would like to roll? And what you're looking for.
Just like what type of tracks they are. What creature could have made them.
Okay, and what skill would you use for this?
Survival, correct?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a survival then. Alright. T'Char, you have something that you want to throw into the mix there?
I was gonna say roughly the same thing, kind of an investigate.
Oh yeah, investigate.
On what type and like kind of get a guesstimation of how many.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your investigation too.
Does it have it in there?
Yes, it should be on the skills section of your character sheet. Okay. So if you pull up the T'Char character sheet, you should be able to click on a word that says investigation. Awesome. Awesome job. So, Dagoria, looking at these particular footprints, you can tell that the majority of them were made by boots, essentially. Okay? So you would surmise that these footprints appear to be human or humanoid in general. Nothing specifically gives it away to anything else than a great deal, number-wise, of humans that have gone this particular direction. Can't tell exactly how many. There's too many tracks and they overlap too much, but there's definitely a dirt trail that has gone away from the town here. T'Char, looking specifically at these footprints, you can see amongst them several that are different and are headed in the opposite direction from the rest of them. These footprints appear to be non-shoed, non-booted, and appear to be slightly smaller. They're humanoid in nature, however, there is so much traffic, it is difficult to determine exactly what race might have made them.
Okay.
So, that's what you guys could tell from the trails along here. What would you guys like to do?
I think I'd kind of like to meet back up with everybody to kind of tell them what we found on the outside, and more or less try and see what they've discovered.
Okay.
Being on the inside.
Dagoria?
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So, let me grab your 2 tokens here, drag them all the way up to the town. As you guys cross the wooden bridge to town, You can do that if you like. So you guys cross the bridge into town here. Let's go ahead and recenter everybody so that you know where.
She's going for a swim.
You notice that there are large boulders that seem to have been dropped into this particular town. You can tell that there's actually damage to a large building here. There's actually a sign out front of this particular building that indicates the Nightstone Inn. There is a religious symbol outside of this building here, and you do recognize the church steeple in which the bell was probably ringing from.
Wait, were they dropped like from the sky, or were they like catapulted?
As you pass a boulder, would you like to check that out?
Yes.
All right. What sort of skill would you like to use for that, Dagoria?
Investigate.
Investigate. Okay. Tachar, as you come up towards this particular structure here, this is actually a covered well that is in the middle of the town. Lying next to it on the ground, you see 2 dead goblin bodies as well as 2 large dog bodies that look like they have been sliced or beat up. They are beheaded here around this particular well.
Okay.
Dagoria, looking at this boulder that you are standing next to, there doesn't seem to be any indication of what might have potentially put this boulder here. However, you are familiar enough with siege weapons to know that if they were catapulted or trebucheted into the town, that you most likely would have found some sort of tracks upon your circuit of the village itself. And you found no such tracks, so this leads you to believe that perhaps they were just dropped on the village itself. There is a large 5-foot deep hole directly right here in the middle of the town square. And you can hear some loud squawking noises coming from this particular direction as you watch Octavio grab and stuff an entire chicken into his mouth, eating the entire chicken, and then a couple of feathers come out. And everybody else, you are now welcome to join into the game.
I'm just gonna yell at Octavio to make sure he saves some chicken for me.
I'll just like look over and like
Chicken? What chicken?
kind of pause, like chicken.
You guys,
Sustenance.
you guys see that your companions have a tied up, knocked out goblin lying on the ground here, and 2 members, well, at least a member of your party seems to be like watching over this particular creature. But you guys go ahead.
Looks like while I was on my hike, you guys got busy with some other stuff.
You would assume correctly. We tried to reason with the goblins. 1 second. There we go. Now I'm going to talk like a normal person. So you would assume correctly. We tried to reason with these goblins, which appeared to be looting the place, and seemingly had no knowledge of what transpired in the village, other than rocks falling from the sky. And we tried to get them to take us to their leader, and apparently they took offense to that. This one is the only one we've encountered that's survived.
I'm gonna kick at him and be like, "Is he sleeping?"
No, I knocked his ass out.
Can I see if he has any gold on his person and possibly take it?
You look at this goblin, and he does not have anything on him.
Wait, he has clothes, correct?
Yeah, he does have clothes. Oh, I'm sorry. You pat him down a little bit and check in his belt, and you pull out a small pouch and realize that he has 5 copper pieces.
Ha ha!
What say ye to 1 copper piece? Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Money.
What's the plan with him?
There is no plan as of yet.
well,
We knocked him out only to refrain from killing him.
I'm assuming he's very annoying then?
He was part of a betrayal in which we tried to, again, as Druin said, we tried to reason with the goblins, and one of them contacted this and some other goblins, and he's what's left of a small platoon.
Ah, that makes sense.
we haven't had a chance to fully search the island. Is that what you would call this, Will? An island, or just the town? I'm just gonna say town. We haven't had a chance to thoroughly search the town for any more that may be lying in wait. But we have reason to believe that there are more around somewhere.
Shouldn't we do that then so we don't get ambushed?
Why, yes, we should.
More than one goblin mentioned that the inhabitants of the town had been apprehended. The real question is, do we collect our bounty and move on? Or do we attempt to liberate them?
Well,
Oh, I
unfortunately, this
see.
was the town that the bounty was for, so we need to find the people before we can get paid.
Dang it.
And the last time I remember, Bebo said the people were in caves.
In
I believe-
caves.
I believe he
Yes.
said to the northwest, too. However, they also said that some of the people holed up in the keep and were firing arrows upon the goblins when they tried to come in and raid. If possible, I'd like to try and cross that bridge somehow and see if anyone's still alive over there.
There is also an additional dead goblin body right around here.
Can I go loot him?
I'm assuming you can, because as of right this moment in time, I'm not aware that any of your other party members have already looted them.
Yeah, we ended the session right after we got thrashed, so
I am going and looting him. I'm looting him.
Okay.
there's also a goblin body in the chapel, too, with its head smashed against the wall.
That sounds like fun.
I destroyed said goblin.
Checking over this goblin body here, you find a pouch on him, and you pull from the pouch a gold ring.
Ooh.
Would you like to try to determine this ring's value?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll an investigation then, please. Okay,
15.
awesome. You estimate that the gold ring is worth about 25 gold pieces.
So, are we watching? Like, we can see her pulling stuff out, right?
Yeah, yeah, she's not being sleight of hand about it. She's not being...
All right, good to
I'm
know.
just going around getting monies.
Money to be split between
Yeah.
the players.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, none of you thought of this, so I'm just going and getting this. All this money.
Seems we've got a greedy one in our midst.
Agreed.
So I can go. Can I go to the chapel then and look over that other dead goblin?
Well, I didn't actually say that. That he was there. My character didn't say it.
True.
I'm just letting you know that we
That
killed
is
them
true.
there too. So,
Also, I don't. We need to check for other live goblins so we don't get attacked.
We never investigated the rest of the inn.
yeah, this building here. We didn't. We went in through the back where this boulder is, but we didn't have a chance to investigate the rest of the buildings before. What
In
was her
fact,
name again?
You have not been south.
Gum.
You have not been south beyond this point. in
Yeah.
the whole entire map right this
Nope.
moment in time. So,
Well, I think we should explore these buildings that we're near first, and then make our way to the south end of the town.
Agree.
I agree.
Why don't we split into three, 2 teams of 3, and explore each building?
split the party.
It's like 30 feet apart. It's not even that much. So
And
Split
there's
the party.
only 5 of us.
There's
there's
a DM
there's
dream.
6 of us. What do you, no, there is 5.
He
I was
loves
counting-
loves what you're saying right now.
I was counting
Yeah.
the chicken.
Anytime the DM's deciding, we
The
don't
chicken.
want to do it.
I was counting the chicken.
Let's just bring a chicken along.
Well, that
Yeah.
that
It
chicken,
could be our
There's no chicken,
mascot.
He ate them.
The chicken can be our mascot.
the chicken's been
Oh,
eaten.
Oh, that's true.
Chicken's
Yeah.
gone. There's feathers. Does anybody have a bow and arrow that they need feathers for fletchings?
You do see several short bows actually lying around on the ground, as well as about 30 arrows that the goblins might have had.
Got my hand axe. I'm good.
Is that something though a monk would even use?
I do believe the monk is proficient with martial weapons. I don't know.
I would like to grab one of the bows and take some of the arrows.
You do not have it even on your character sheet, sir, so I can't tell you. Hold on a second. I can grab a book, though, but you guys go ahead, keep going.
If no one else, is anybody else going to grab some of the arrows? Because if not, I'll go ahead and grab the rest of the arrows and another bow.
You want to split them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do 20-10. You
Okay.
get 20, I get 10.
All right. Yeah. Right now I've got 10 darts and a mace is what I got on my person.
You are proficient with simple weapons and short swords. However, a short bow is a simple ranged weapon,
Ooh.
so you can use it with using your proficiency bonus to hit and stuff like that.
Is my
It has dex, isn't it?
Yes. So you guys gather up a couple of short bows, Droon grabbing one, and Tachar grabbing one. Find a total of about 30 arrows scattered around amongst the different dead bodies and whatnot, and split those up between you guys. And then you have a plan to split the party and go investigate?
well, that's what
Wait.
Droon suggests.
Wait. What are we gonna do with the goblin that I have knocked out?
Drag him along. Really, just drag him.
The last time we dragged a goblin, we had it strapped to Druin's back, and it got away.
To be
Well,
fair,
somebody have
I
a-
wasn't the
is-
one who tied it.
Does anybody have a backpack? Like, if we can just stuff him in there?
No.
I mean, if you're not using the backpack for anything else,
That is
you
true.
you can carry him.
No, I'm good.
Ah, that's true. There's a. I didn't see that there.
A wagon.
Yeah.
The range for the bow, that's 30 feet, or
It is actually not. It's more than that. So,
60, I think, or
uno momento, por favor, while I look it up in my handy-dandy book of playerness. The short bow range is 8,320.
dang.
So anything over 80 feet requires disadvantage. You cannot shoot at anything over 320 feet.
Okay.
what's the dice?
1d6.
26.
And then it's not plus anything, is it? It's just
Nope.
all right.
Why is the wagon on top? I was gonna say, why is the wagon on top of the building?
Because I was actually putting a token of a wagon in there just in case you guys wanted to actually take it. I was doing something while you guys were doing something.
That's fine. I was just noticing, that's all.
Oh, oops! I did not mean to do that. Sorry.
I know we're
Wow,
practicing, aren't we? I'm
what is
trying
all
to add
that?
the plus.
Ouch.
Hang on.
Ow.
Didn't quite finish doing my settings. We can continue while I'm doing this. I'm just trying to add it to my sheet.
You guys are fine. You got to remember that you guys drive the story, and there's more than just you two. I haven't heard much from Octavio, really. What are you doing over there, Octavio?
Digesting.
Well, I'm waiting to see what other people think about what we should do with this goblin.
I say we kill him.
I mean, he clearly isn't useful to us at this point.
And he was part of a team that betrayed us, so I really say we kill him.
He hasn't been too informative, huh?
Not like Debo was.
That isn't exactly what I had in mind. If we want to save the people in the caves, perhaps we could let him go and follow him.
It's a good
We're all,
idea.
we're all gonna have to roll stealth checks to keep up with him.
I got pretty good stealth.
I don't think keeping up with him is the thing we have to worry about. It's letting him know that we're tailing him.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna go around exploring because I don't like sitting still.
Okay.
So
If, depending on where she goes, I will opt to follow her because, yeah, splitting the party is not a good idea, especially when it's by yourself.
Right.
um,
I vote we. I mean, you guys said you hadn't finished looking in the inn.
Yeah, we haven't explored
The
This
front
room.
half of the end.
or this
Since
room.
Yeah, since we're here, why don't we go ahead and go to the inn? And I would say, since check out what's close, and then kind of make our way south.
is there a tavern in the
Agreed.
inn?
That's the same
Is there,
thing,
like,
basically.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Just a fancier word.
Yeah.
Will, you said at the end of our last session we had a short rest, right? Which means I got no spell slots back.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Cool. But I'm still without spells.
So let's go to the inn and check it out.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Wait. We still haven't decided what we're gonna do with the goblin.
Nope.
Let's tie him to something right now. We'll be back. Who knows how good night? Oh, you know what? I am a sailor, and I know knots.
I mean, you can inspect the knot that I did, but I'm pretty sure I rolled a nat 20 on that when I tied him up.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Okay, so do you guys want to go to the inn? There are two doors to the inn. There seems to be a door here that would get you to the inn. There's also a door here that would get you in, haha, and the great big gaping hole in the back. Where would you guys like to go?
Go for the hole, so that way it's kind of open. And you kind of see more in instead of going through the door.
Alright, we're all going to inspect the inn.
All right, let me readjust your perspective for just a minute, and then you guys can see. I already got your tokens out there.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Did we actually tie up the goblin?
Yes.
We did. What
I mean,
did
he
we
was-
tie him to? Just himself? Just
Yes.
tied up like hogtied?
Yes.
Okay.
Originally, I tied him up so that I could carry him again, and then Rivik and I think you, Octavio, we're saying, you know, he's not really that useful. We should just kill him. So I kind of just like thumped him down and walked off and let you guys decide because, I mean, as a paladin, I can't really just choose to murder something that's bound and unconscious.
My alignment
Yeah,
is good, but it's for the good of us if we destroy that goblin. Trust me.
Well, I had suggested that we let him go and follow him to the caves. If we can't do that right now, I think I'm gonna pick him up and carry him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
And every time he wakes up, just bonk him again
Yeah, pretty much.
until we're ready to
Yep.
release.
Okay, hold on.
We don't want to bump him too much just in case, because that could kill him.
Take my axe handle and just clunk.
Brain damage.
He's a
Brain
goblin.
damage goblin.
It's kind of included with being a goblin, so.
It's totally ethical as long as we don't kill him, right?
Are we going into the inn now? Are
Okay.
we going into the inn now, or?
So, hold on a second, real quick, before you guys do that, if you don't mind. Octavia, would you mind making sure that you can move Tot's token for me? I just put him over here with the rest of the group, and I believe I gave control so that you can move that token around.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So now, every player in the party, you have the option of actually moving that token with you. So if you don't move the token, your dungeon master is going to go ahead and assume that you've left him behind.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's put him in the corner,
This is now an
away
escort
from
quest.
the dark. Yes. Yes.
Well, I tied him up with the intent to strap him to my back anyway, so it's basically just like a goblin sling. You can just
Nice.
carry him if he wants.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll just throw him on my back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So you've got the large gaping hole in the ground floor of the inn. I assume that you're going to go ahead and peek through this for the party members that were here last time. You can tell that this particular room appeared to be the kitchen and pantry. Most of this particular area was looted. However, there is a large sack with food kind of like dumped out of it, as well as like a lot of other random things. A frying pan, an iron pot, a bullseye lantern, what appears to be 2 flasks of oils, some utensils, a cracked
Can I take-
hourglass.
Am I able to take the frying pan and then use it as a weapon?
You may certainly take the frying pan and use it as a weapon. It will do approximately 1 point of damage as an improvised weapon, plus your strength bonus,
Yay!
if you want to take the frying pan. So
Dra-
currently you are, who was that? The long-haired princess from Disney?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa! I have got to get me one of these.
Yeah.
I love that part. That's great.
All right, so you see a large looted kitchen. You can tell that there are 2 doors from this particular room. There and there. This large boulder does have a lot of debris around it. It seems to have taken out quite a bit. You can actually see there is a second floor.
Sorry, I was clicking.
Sorry. You guys could see the second floor room. I don't know if you guys just saw there where I pinged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Droon will mention that this is where they met the goblin known as Gum Gum, who was originally carrying the bag, and who we were trying to negotiate with when she let us out in the open for her kin to attack.
I'm good to go down to the. Well, was this room already investigated? Like, looked around for any?
Not really. We came in here, found Gum Gum, and then we followed her out.
Okay. So I'd like to make my way down to that south door.
Okay.
I'll flank the other side of the door that he's on.
Okay. It opens into the kitchen/pantry that you guys are standing in.
Who's got the? Was it Octavio that had the goblin token?
It's
Yep.
everybody. Everybody
Alright.
can move it. Everybody.
Well, I
can
know,
move
but just in case he forgets, I want to make sure.
I got him on my back.
All right.
I will. It's highly unlikely that there are traps, but it'd be stupid of me not to check the door first. So, can I investigate for any traps or any oddities of the door?
Sure. Go ahead and roll your choice. What skill would you like to use for this particular? You tell me.
It's like,
And why you're using this skill.
it's not going to really matter because each one of them, even if the investigation or even perception, they're
Okay.
both, well, I guess I got a proficient in that perception. I guess I'll use perception to see if I perceive anything different or
Okay.
odd about the door.
Okay.
Oh, so close.
Looking at this door, you could tell that it doesn't even have a latch, and it's one of those swing-through types that people would just, constantly be coming into and out of the kitchen.
Next.
Did you say? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask you. Did you say that you were proficient in perception?
Well, there's a check mark next to it, but I don't know why it only gave me one.
Yeah, I think there's something different about that roll. I think your proficiency bonus is 2 right now,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
It is.
He also has a
Without
9
negative
in his
1.
wisdom, so that's a -1.
Oh. Okay,
So
then.
that's why. I guess
Okay.
either way, 1 or 1. I'm gonna slowly push to open the door.
Okay. This room is strewn with wreckage. A giant rock punched through the roof and landed here, destroying a dining table and a pair of long benches. The remains of a bed and a wardrobe, appear to be from the chamber above, lie amongst the shattered dining room furnitures. 2 smaller round tables and several chairs remain intact, and resting atop each table is an unlit oil lamp.
Can I take one of the? I'll move on into the room.
Okay.
I'd like to take one of the oil lamps.
I'll go ahead and follow him through the door as he moves
Same.
into the room.
Same.
Okay.
Too.
Yep.
All right. As T'Char, you walk in and you walk up to the first round table that's got a oil lamp on it. You reach out and you grab the oil lamp. As you grab it, a bit of dust falls on your head. It kind of gets into your eyes a little bit, and you hear this scraping sound from above you. You
Do
look.
I want to look up?
You kind of just automatically glance in that particular direction, and you hear what appears to be someone scurrying away from the hole in the ceiling.
Woo!
I'm gonna move-
Go ahead.
I was gonna. We'll do. The rest of us hear this as well.
T'Char specifically heard it as he was
Okay.
the first into the room.
Okay, then I'll just move over here then. So
I kind of feel if they're scurrying away that they are not, in my mind, either they're aggressive or they're trying to go and get reinforcements. So I think that the only ways out right now that we can see is the hole from the ceiling of that boulder, the stairs, and also the hole from the room, and the other one if you jump down. I'd say if one of us wants to, or somebody wants to move back to the other room to make sure they don't escape that way, if we're going to try and, pin them upstairs.
okay, so you're letting us know that there's somebody upstairs and we need to cover both sides.
Yeah, here, hold on then. I feel there's someone upstairs. Somebody should go back into the other room to make sure they don't escape through that hole. A couple of us should follow forward up the stairs to try and see if we can't capture this individual.
I would like
Nice.
to go upstairs. I don't want to be left behind.
Same.
Fine, you guys go upstairs. I'll go back.
Rivik.
Okay.
Rivik,
Yes.
as you are entering into this particular chamber, you can tell that right there, next to the boulder, you see what appear to be a set of green feet.
Wicked Witch of the West.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh,
Nice.
you beat me to it, too.
Where are my slippers?
Why am I able to notice there's green feet?
Just happens to be that it's someone random in the party.
Okay.
Someone got crushed by the boulder. The boulder is over its conflicted feelings and it's ready to bury you in a rock land.
So are we going upstairs or?
I'm waiting to see who's deciding to go in what order, because you said you were gonna go and you were the first one. So
Guess I'm going first then.
I'm going.
and so Tachar went back.
Okay, Tachar went back to keep an eye on the hole here from the second floor, I imagine.
Hmm.
Okay.
That is correct.
Degoria, you're headed up the stairs here. Who else is going with Degoria?
Really quick, I'd like to have my new frying pan at the ready,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay. Where's Octavio?
I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
Oh,
They're
he's hidden
behind
underneath
me.
He's
The
hidden
goblin token.
underneath the goblin.
Okay. Rivik, you're standing there, and you can see the body of a dead goblin lying here, and it has a arrow sticking out of its chest.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
Hey guys, there's a dead goblin body with an arrow in its chest under the boulder.
So then it must have been killed by the arrow, not the boulder. I'm assuming.
Oh, I actually didn't. Yeah, there you go. So basically, I'm the only one in the room with you when you say that.
Oh, then yeah, I'm upstairs.
So I'll let them investigate what's going on upstairs. They seem to have it covered. And I guess the two of us will just investigate the bodies. Or body? Is there more than one, or just the one?
A body.
Okay. Because there's one that was crushed by the boulder.
No. This body was hidden by the boulder, so it's
Oh.
laying on the far side of the boulder.
Oh, okay. So, and I'll remind Rivik. I'll say, well, that one of them did say that there were people at one point firing arrows at them. Maybe this one just got unlucky.
Or there could be a friendly ally upstairs.
As opposed to a hostile ally.
Droon and Rivik, go ahead and do a medicine check. And then Degoria and Octavio, you come up to the top of the stairs, and you
Okay.
have 4 doors there, 2 to the south, 2 to the north.
Ooh, do you want to take north or south?
I'll go north.
All right, I'll go south then.
Yep, that's a dead goblin. Nice.
Ooh, I don't know.
That's what I like to see.
I'm gonna go to this one then.
Rivik, you have a message sent to you in Roll20. Alright, so Degoria, you approach the door, and Octavio, you approach the door. Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna investigate the door really quick just in case. I
Is
don't
that
know.
message only to me? Nobody else can see it?
Correct. Only you can
Okay.
see it. Go ahead, and you want to investigate the door to see if it's trapped, I assume?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation. Ooh, natural.
Ooh.
As you are there making your way, slowly checking the door, you can hear someone on the other side sort of shifting their weight around.
So someone isn't only one person or thing.
I turned to Droon, and because of my investigated medicine check, I revealed to him that the goblin has only been dead for at least 10 minutes.
Degoria, you have a message in Roll20.
Oh, wonderful. I'm gonna quietly open the door, like stealthily open it, because I don't need them knowing I'm there.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth. Okay.
Okay. Whew.
Awesome.
Droon, you should get upstairs and warn them.
Okay. Warn them about what?
That this goblin's only been dead for 10 minutes.
Okay, and it's a goblin. We were gonna kill him anyway, right?
Someone's
This
here.
goblin has only been dead for 10 minutes, which means somebody killed it. Which means there's somebody here.
I'm seeing it. Okay. Alright.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a description of what you see in this room.
Right.
Degoria, you crack the door open just a little bit and peer through. You could make out a blonde female of some sort that is sort of looking out the hole, or she's laying down on the floor kind of looking down below, like she's peering at whoever might be talking down below. You see on her right arm, she's kind of got a bit of the floorboards that have popped up. She's got her right arm kind of in a held position like this as she's sort of peeking over. You see actually wrapped around her arm an interesting creature. Let me show you what this particular creature looks like. Oh no, I can't show it to you. What are you doing? Why won't you give me a artwork of that? Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find an artwork. It appears to be a snake with wings.
Oh, one of those little guys. They're cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my dagger as well, just in case, because I don't think she'll be very threatened by a frying pan.
Okay.
Just in case. So I'm gonna have a frying pan in one hand and then dagger in the other. I'm gonna.
She does
step
not
into it.
seem to have noticed you.
I'm gonna quietly sneak over to her and just hold out my dagger to her.
Okay. I
Threateningly.
want you to roll one more stealth, and Octavio, as she starts to sneak into this room, do you want to continue with your current checking the north room?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, stick to the plan, right? Because she hasn't said that she needed a backup, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the door.
Okay.
Alright, I rolled a 22.
I saw your stealth roll there, pal. Let me tell you what. All right. So, you deftly, as quiet as you can possibly be, pick your way across the room and get right behind her with your dagger. She does not seem to notice that you are there.
I'm gonna kick at her.
Everyone in the tavern or in the inn hears this loud kind of like scream out from a female. The creature on her sleeve quickly darts up her sleeve. She spins around and she's got a dagger drawn, and she's laid back. She's just this look of complete terror in her face.
So obviously, us down below, or at least Droon, he is torn away from the conversation with Rivik, and just swivels around and looks up at the hole in the ceiling.
From your perspective, you can see the backside of a female's hair, so some blonde hair. She's looking away from you, so you can't see her face, but you can see Degoria with her dagger over this woman that's clearly got a superior advantage upon her.
I also got my frying pan, so just dagger and
frying pan, and she's got a dagger pointed back at you, but she's got this complete look of terror and surprise on her face.
So
I told you there was someone here, Droon.
Well, obviously, because it was killed, but we don't know. Hell, goblins kill each other. He'll say, because goblins don't typically have blonde hair, he'll say, that doesn't look like a goblin to me.
Nor I.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, is this is it a young, is it a girl, at least, young or old? Or middle-aged?
She looks middle-aged. I wish I had a picture to show you, but I don't have a picture that I can show you.
I'm just gonna ask her, dude, what are you doing? I don't know.
You're gonna use the word dude in medieval times. Awesome.
It's fine. She says, "My God, you gave me a fright. I
That's
heard.
kind of the point.
I heard people below, but I wasn't sure if it was more goblins or what. Why
Oh,
would
it's
you
like a
sneak
goblin.
up on me?
I didn't know if you were like. I don't know if you were gonna hurt any of like me or my party members. I don't know. You could have.
Well, I was knocked unconscious when the rock came falling through, and my escape was thwarted by the sudden arrival of those stupid goblins.
Thwarted.
I don't have anything to do with what's going on here.
I'm gonna go ahead and head over to that room after I heard the scream.
Okay.
Okay then. What was your little snake creature dude thingy?
What snake creature thing?
I know exactly what I'm talking about. If I was able to sneak up on you, obviously I was able to see the thing.
It's merely my pet.
It's adorable.
Well, thank you. It's been quite a good traveling companion all these years.
Are you a bounty hunter?
No, I'm just a guest that was staying in the inn.
What's
I'd
your
like
name?
to. Can I yell up through the floor? Is that
Yeah, sure.
okay? Can we hear the conversation,
Sure.
or is it
Sure, you can.
because
you
I
can-
mean there is a big hole in the floor.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay.
fine.
So who killed the goblin?
Well, obviously I did.
There we go.
What's your name?
My name is Kella.
Nice to
Kella
meet you.
Darkhope.
When we looked at the goblin's body, where was the arrow located? Was it just like dead center in the in its
Center mass.
center mass?
Yeah, it's best.
Say, well, I'll also call up and be like, you seem to be a pretty good shot for,
Ah, okay.
or you seem to be a pretty good shot with your weapon, judging by the condition of this goblin. So you're obviously no run of the mill woman. Where do you come from?
She says it's quite easy to get the drop on a goblin, and it's just a goblin. I was here.
Your logic, Jern.
I was
How
just
did-
here hiding when I heard there someone come in, so I took a shot, but then I heard others, and I heard these deep growling things, and I looked out the window and saw the large dogs, and I got scared, so I thought it best just to hide.
Those are dead now.
Well, that's so great.
There
If-
may be more, however. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
If you're up there and you shot down, how did you hit Sinner Dead chest?
Well, the goblin really wasn't paying attention. He was busy looking for things, so...
And wouldn't he have looked down
Well, he
on his back then?
But
Maybe.
the arrow should be in either the head, shoulder,
Back.
going down.
I just got lucky.
I feel like we're nitpicking at this point.
Yeah.
Physics do not allow the arrow to bend and shoot into the chest from shooting directly below.
I'll ask her.
Are you going to try to insight what she's saying to Char?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight then for me.
Let's see.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Go on.
It's not bad.
11.
11's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It's above average. While he's kind of gathering internal information, can I call up to her again and ask her, after you awoke, did you hear any commotion from the other people of the town? Like, did you see anything or hear anything from any survivors? We heard that there were some people in the keep, but we can't access it right now.
Message to Justin or to Char. I was in the inn when the cloud appeared over the city itself, a giant cloud with a castle that rested upon the cloud, and then they started dropping rocks, and that's the last thing I know is that a rock hit the inn and knocked me out. I was too scared after the goblins came to leave. I know nothing about anything else in the town.
Okay, I would like to do an insight on that last part. Well, because of the last part, I would also like to do an insight.
Then you may go ahead and roll your insight.
Nice.
Okay.
I guess it's, do I believe her when she says she knows nothing about the town?
What else would you guys like to talk about? I'm typing a message, so hold on. You guys can still talk.
I would like to know your business here.
Well, I'm a guest. I just happen to be traveling through Nightstone. I'm a traveling monk, and I thought to myself that this looked like a good place to stop for the night.
Hey, yo, Chachar's a monk.
Yeah.
Where are you traveling to is what I mean.
Well, my plan would be eventually go to Waterdeep.
Did you see who took the villagers? Or where they went?
Again, as soon as the rock hit, message to Droon, as soon as the rock hit, I was knocked unconscious. So when I came to, no one was around, and there were people digging around downstairs. I glanced through the hole in the floor, and I saw a goblin, and I shot it, and then I heard another goblin come in, and then the wargs. Listen, I don't know what else to tell you. I got knocked unconscious. I woke up, and there were goblins, and I got scared that I would get overwhelmed, so I hid. What else was I supposed to do?
It seems that the goblins were here before the rocks fell due to one being under this rock.
There wasn't a...
It's not under. We
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Char,
Oh.
remember we saw those tracks out.
Yeah, there was no goblin underneath this rock. I'm sorry if I misled that information to you.
There were tracks outside of the town that looked humanoid, so I don't know, it could have been the villagers.
What is your name, girl?
She already told us that.
Keela-
I thought it was
Keela Darkope.
Okay. I saw it. I saw it listed on the picture, but I don't remember if she actually said it.
She's not a girl, she is a woman.
Well, other people were referring to her as a girl, so I was like, okay. Obviously, her picture does not look like a girl, though.
Middle-aged.
It's a very untrustworthy sounding name. That must give you lots of problems.
You have no idea. It has plagued my family for generations and generations.
How long have you been here since you woke?
It was, I think, midday by the time I woke and heard the goblins, and now it's getting close to afternoon and evening time, so several hours, I suspect, I was out.
And do you ever plan on leaving?
Well, my intention was to leave as soon as the goblins left.
So there are more goblins.
Well, I suspect that there's more goblins. I've been too scared to leave. You tell me, are there more goblins?
Yes, there are.
Well, then I'm not leaving!
Well, it seems you're a good shot, so maybe you should come with us to help clear out the rest of the goblins.
I'll happily go with you, but I think I just really got lucky that one goblin wasn't suspecting of me.
We'll see.
I mean, you say you're a monk. Surely you have fighting skills.
I'm not that kind of monk. I'm more the religious kind of monk.
Beer maker.
Rolls his eyes.
Hey, but tracks outside of the town. What if we followed them? Wouldn't we find the people?
Look, we got a lot of the town to still investigate here before we worry about these people. We have no clue where they went.
No, I am
Agreed.
just saying, I'm just saying if we want to find the people, maybe following the tracks could help.
Yes, that's when we're gonna cut loose this goblin on the back. But until then, let's check out the other room to the west.
I guess.
So the room that Octavio opened is a vacant bedroom that contains 2 beds, an empty wardrobe, a desk, and a matching chair. There's an oil lamp that sits in one corner of the desk and another that rests on a small table tucked between 2 beds. A bearskin rug lies on the floor. That's this room here.
So nothing of value then.
Unless you want to try to roll up and take a bearskin rug.
Turn it into a cloak. If I was a
I mean-
barbarian, I'd do that.
Yeah, if you were a barbarian.
I would totally do that.
I would do
Did
that.
anybody check the goblins downstairs for mucho dinero?
I mean, we're still downstairs.
Go
So,
for it, Drew.
Maybe we can do that.
Todd don't like being tied up!
I thought I gagged it. I thought I gagged him.
Sworn we. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure we gagged that guy.
You see he's chewed through the gag.
I hit him with the frying pan.
Sure.
Knock his ass out.
Yay! I'm just gonna come over and hit the goblin on the head with my frying pan.
It's out.
Not too hard.
I'll give Rivik the first chance to investigate the goblin body since he's the one who did the medicine check.
Oh, the one downstairs?
Yeah.
So you're gonna check the one downstairs. Hold on just a second here. What room is that? Sorry.
It's ground
8A.
floor.
Let's see. Does
there a
not
name-
appear to have anything on it. Unfortunately, it looks like it might have been killed before it had a chance to loot anything.
Too bad.
What the heck?
Okay, so now what?
I am throwing caution to the wind and opening up this southwest upper room.
Southwest upper room. That room right there?
You
The one
got
I
it.
just revealed. Let's see, this room is vacant. Room contains 2 beds, an empty wardrobe, a desk, a matching chair, an oil lamp sits in one corner of the desk, and another rests on a small table tucked between 2 beds. A bearskin rug lies on the floor.
I assume this is a window. I'm gonna stand and enjoy the view for a second.
Okay.
I'm longing for the sea, people.
It's a nice white view, apparently.
Oh,
That's racist.
See,
No,
see,
because
no,
of the map here. The map,
Rid.
you jeez. Wow. Wow. Alright, now what?
I'm gonna walk out of that door unless somebody else wants to do something. No?
I think we're good.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to this northwest door.
Okay. You just walk through the wall there. Let's see. Most of the furnishings in this room were destroyed when a rock flattened the northwest corner of the inn. Hanging on the east wall is a tapestry depicting a mountain landscape, and tucked under the window in the southwest corner is a locked wooden chest. What remains of the floor appears to be safe to walk on.
I would like to try and open that chest.
How would
You
you
have
like to
locked
try
it?
to open that chest?
You said it's a wooden chest?
Yes, it is a wooden chest.
I'm gonna open it up with my mace.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you
Here we go.
draw out your mace, and I want you to go ahead and just
I
roll
didn't-
damage.
Sorry. That was Arcana.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's go with this one.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Damn!
And then go ahead and give me some damage. Nope. Click on the word mace.
That's what I did.
No,
Oh,
over in
no,
the chat block. Now that you've hit it 3 times, thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Go over to the chat block and click on the word mace.
Oh, I got you. The top one.
All 3 of them. Just give it to me. Okay. Okay. And the 3rd one. Okay, that's good. 7, 7, and 8. All right. So you draw back your mace, ka-thunk, into the chest, and like a little splinter comes up. You draw back and ka-thunk again into the mace, and it gets a little bit deeper, and ka-thunk into the chest one more time, and now it's got just like the slight indentation of your mace hitting it.
How
Feel like
about,
this could
I
be a
hit,
match.
instead of the wood, how about I hit the padlock on it?
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Damn!
Alright, and then roll your damage. You square up, get a good look at that mace, kind of do a couple of test swings real quick to like know that you're going to hit the lock. You smack it, and the lock bounces off the thing, and it doesn't look like it hurt the lock at all.
All right, let's see here. What do I got?
You guys can hear this ka-thud, ka-thud,
I'm
ka-thud,
gonna
and then
I'm gonna go
ka-thud.
investigate that sound.
Okay.
I'm gonna go investigate the sound.
Everything all right up there?
Yeah, I'm just working on some wood.
As you,
I don't
as
have any lockpicks, I don't think, so I don't.
As Dagora, you walk into the room, you see T'Char looking at his mace, looking at the chest, looking at his mace, looking at the chest, just kind of like scratching his head.
All right, I'm gonna take one of my darts and try and pick the lock.
All right, I can see that. Go ahead and
Especially now that I know the looter's in the room with me.
okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand, but I want you to roll it at disadvantage because you're not using lock picks.
All right.
Actually, no,
Wish I
let's just do
had-
it regular. Just do sleight of hand at regular.
Just
Just
do
do
it
a
regular?
regular
Okay.
sleight of hand. Yeah.
Wish I had
try
some
that.
popcorn to watch this.
Let's try that.
Hey, 17.
Nice.
Okay, you get the dart in there, and you can feel it catch, and like you start to, but you realize that like if you had that extra thing to actually push the tumblers around, it might go. It didn't unlock, but you can feel it catch.
Getting frustrated with this.
Just leaves the dart in there and smashes the dart with his
I
hammer.
was gonna say.
Break the lock that way.
Dart in there and smash it with my mace.
Okay, so you
Oh,
can leave the dart jammed inside the lock. Okay, and then you're gonna draw back your hand mace.
Bad news bears.
Okay. All right. Well, you hit it for sure. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh man, bad news bears.
Yeah.
All right. So you watch your dart. You smash down on your dart, and it breaks the dart in half. And the lock itself now has a twisted piece of metal in it. But you realize that the hasp is slightly bent and like seems to be just barely holding on.
Oh, I
Hey,
think it just needs
Char,
one more
Char, can I
smack
try
with his
something?
mace.
Oh,
Stand back, looter.
Char, can I try something?
Stand back, looter. I gotta.
No, I
He's
got
working
a
on
hand
this
back.
shit.
I
Let
can
him-
try
let him
chopping
have
at it.
Yeah, well, you can chop your own wood. Hold on a minute.
All right. So you're gonna try one more time to smash
Yeah.
the lock. Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Ooh.
oof.
All right.
Nice.
You're
Nice.
off a little bit as you know you were distracted by the Gory just a second ago, and you didn't
Yeah.
do a practice swing. You still hit the lock. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Hilarious.
You know, this time around though, you managed to hit just the hasp part of it, and it bent it just enough that the lock itself seems to come undone.
Finally.
Hey, enough from the peanut gallery here. Hold on, I gotta open.
Me.
Well, I want to investigate for traps now after I beat the crap out of this thing.
Okay, so you take the lock off, throw it to the side. Are you gonna throw it out the floor?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in the hole.
Phew! Out it goes. Okay.
Like just over my shoulder. I'll just like, yeah,
Out it goes.
that was easy.
Does Rivik have to dodge that?
I'm not standing there.
Yeah, he's not standing there.
That's the other hole.
That's the other hole up there. This hole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll your investigation. You're looking for traps, right?
Yeah, looking for any kind of fine hairs or anything. Oh,
Fine hairs.
There's there is clearly damage done to the metal hasp that held this thing together. Other than that, it's a wooden chest.
I'm okay. Just open this chest.
All right. You pop the hasp up, flip the lid open, and you see what appears to be a suit of chainmail lied in there, as well as what appears to be a dwarven helm. Upon pulling the chainmail out, you realize that the size of the chainmail is for a dwarf, so it's not extremely big. You set that aside, you find a leather bag, and inside the bag you hear the clinking of gold coins.
Oh my god, let the murder hoboing commence.
Do you want
What-
to open and take a look at this particular thing?
I do.
Alright.
Money.
So, Justin, I just put into your character journal one of the things that is inside this thing. You find a small vial, and inside the vial is a blue, bubbling potion of some sort. You also find approximately 45 gold pieces and
Jesus.
2 gemstones.
No.
I keep the gemstones, and I disperse the other around with everybody else. I'll keep 15 and disperse the other 30.
Okay. Anybody want to
How
divide
generous.
30 by 4?
It's
Number.
gonna be like
Okay, fine.
7.
Let's go with 36 then. How about that? I split the 36 up by
Okay.
4.
So 9.
9 gold pieces
I think
each?
it's 9.
Sure. I'm not doing the math. I don't
It
do the
is.
math.
Pretty sure it's 9.
Do you want to try to value those gemstones? See how much they...
Yes.
Alright, what skill do you think you want to use for that?
If I had to make a suggestion, I would say either investigation.
What is it? It would be nature, or no? I don't know. if
Perception,
nature
maybe.
is its own perception.
You tell me what skill you want to use, and why you want to use that.
That investigation.
I guess I'd. Yeah. I'm not gemsmith, so we're just gonna investigate it to
Okay.
kind of look at it and see.
Go ahead and roll your
Bring it to
investigation.
Riddick, who's of the Forge.
Okay. Let's see.
Like, you could just look at the gems and see if it's got like a nice cut to it or something like that. You may not have mercantile knowledge of it, but you can see if it looks shiny or if it's tarnished or if it's just like a raw gem as opposed to a cut one. You know, anybody can look at a gem and notice those things.
Sure.
All right, Justin, I sent you a message specifically on the value of those 2 gems.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to Kella. Was her name correct?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go. I want to go talk to her about her pet, the little animal companion.
Okay.
And you said that. Well, you said the other thing that you sent me. Where is that located?
Should be in roll 20. Oh no. Okay, so you go to your journal.
How do I? Do
All right, so you've got the chat block, then you've got a thing that looks like 2 pictures. It says art library. It's across the top of where the chat happens.
Right. Yeah, I have that. I'm on that. I'm
And
on
then-
the journal.
On the journal, it should be in your character journal. It should say should be right underneath your character sheet.
So like your character and then player handouts, yada yada yada, stuff like that.
Hold on
Correct?
a second. Yeah, maybe I need to do that as well.
because I don't see where it says journal. I mean, like in what section of the player sheet would it be on?
It's not on your player sheet. It should just be in your character journal. So like any handouts, like pictures that I give you should show up there, and it should say, here, I'll whisper what it is to you because I don't want your whole party to know what it is.
If you click on it's the second tab from the left.
Oh, okay.
Two pages are-
I think I see it because I had I don't know what happened to my other.
Did you get that message? Do you see that in your journal?
Yes, I see that now, and I don't even know how I got to this one page, but now I can't see anything. Oh, okay. I see what I did. Okay, yep, no, I see it now.
All right, cool. I was going to say, Emma, help him out. Just don't look and cheat. No, I'm kidding. I don't care. All right. So Octavio Dagora walks back into the room, but she was gone for a few minutes. Is there anything that you wanted to ask Kella while she was gone?
Yeah. What? Apparently, the goblins have taken the inhabitants down to the caves. What do you know about that?
For the 5th time, rock came through the ceiling, I got knocked out, and when I woke up, there were goblins here. I don't know anything about the caves or the goblins taking people to the caves. When I checked into the inn, the innkeeper let me know that in case of emergency, I was to head towards the keep.
I knew it.
Shut up.
The keep.
Yes, the big tall stone building to the south.
Oh, I like this gal. The sass on her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, since there was trouble, did you go? You didn't go to the keep?
She was knocked unconscious.
She's like takes a deep
she
breath.
wasn't unconscious when we found her.
She takes a deep breath and says, "No. I was lying in my room when a big boulder came crashing through the ceiling." She points to the hole in the ceiling. When it crashed through the floor, she gestures with her hand and goes, "Pow!" It hit me on the head and knocked me out. I went sleepy pie until goblins showed up. When goblins showed up, too scared, didn't want to leave."
Drew is actually laughing at this point downstairs. He's actually chuckling.
Since I'm not in that room.
Okay. It seems like your story is
Go ask her, come back.
verifiable. If we decide to go to the caves, will you join us?
Maybe not to the caves.
Is Dagoria in the room yet?
You just arrived back in the room about this point in time.
Right.
Is
I-
your friend slow?
She shakes her hand like in a kinda like motion. Yeah. Really quick. So you said you were knocked unconscious. Really quick, Will, does she have like an injury on her head from where she got hit by the rock, or?
I take it that you would like to see if there is one. Would you
Yes.
like to roll investigation or perception?
Let's go invest. Perception, because I feel like investigation would literally be just getting up close with her, and I don't feel like doing that.
Okay.
You can always just ask her.
So I did not get very high on perception.
You just kind of look at her head, and you don't see any indication on her face that she might have suffered any injury. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not something maybe under her hair.
Then I'm just gonna ask her, where's your injury then from the rock?
The rock didn't hit me. I'd be dead if the rock hit me.
That's
I think some
true.
debris of the floor might have hit me.
pretty sure you just said the rock hit you.
Yeah, you've said
And
multiple
I'm the
times.
Oh my god, let's leave the poor girl alone and get on with searching this island already.
Listen, believe me, don't believe me. I really don't care. I don't have to justify why I was hiding from goblins to you. Who are you anyway? What are you doing here? Why are you here when no one else is here?
We're here from.
Did
Yeah.
you throw the rocks?
I look like I could throw a rock.
Well, there's magic that can show that.
I'm a bard. I don't
You
have
just
any
pissed her off
magic.
at
I
this
could
point.
throw a rock.
You could have drank a potion to make yourself really strong and then threw the rocks to chase all the people away so you could come and get all the loot.
I hit her with the frying pan.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Oh god.
Oh, she's at you.
I got a 4.
I see that you got a 4.
And then I think it.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Do we all have to roll
Oh,
initiative?
God.
I'm not.
You can
I'm not
all
in the
roll
room.
initiative if you want to, because she's going to grab her dagger and stab at Dagora.
So even though
All
I'm not
right,
the
I'm
room-
in.
You can roll initiative even though you're not in the room, because I imagine if or when she hits, she's probably going to go ahead and holler out.
Oh dang! I got only 7.
Don't forget to click on your token
Oh.
before you roll, but that's okay. I can add you guys.
It just did not. 1 second.
Sorry, I can add you guys. Degoria, you got a 7. Tachar got a 19. Droon got a
all I need
5.
to do is destroy the painting in this room that I'm in. Can you guys start a fight?
She was getting on my nerves.
Oh my gosh.
Christ.
Alright, so Rivik's in there, Tachar's in there, Degoria's in there, Octavio's in there, and Droon's in there. Did I miss anybody? Nope. Good. Okay. So she's going to take her dagger and she's going to try to stab you. That's a 23 to hit you.
Yeah.
That'll be 6 points of piercing damage. And she just stabs you directly in the side with her short sword, which is going to go ahead and bring up Rivik. Are you going to like yell out or like holler real loud that, "Ow, son of a bitch"?
Wait, she stabbed at me?
No,
Nearly a flesh wound.
she stabbed at Degoria. I'm just
Well, now
trying
I'm just more mad.
to. Okay.
It's kind of your fault. So
No.
I don't say that out loud. I'm just more mad now.
All right. So Rivik, don't really know anything's going on. At least as far as a fight goes. What would you be doing right this moment in time if you didn't know there was a fight going on?
I have no idea. I'm sitting down with Droon, and Droon was laughing, and I was laughing, and we have no idea there's a fight going on upstairs, so we're just sitting here baffled, right?
Okay. She's gonna go ahead and stand up. Well, no, she was standing up, so she's gonna go ahead and take her short sword, and she's gonna try to stab you again, Degoria. That's a 22 to hit you.
Yeah, it hits me. What have I done?
That's 6 more points of piercing damage. Are you still conscious?
Oh.
So you are unconscious now, lying on the ground.
Dang it.
And then she's going to go ahead and slip out the door. And 5, 10, 15, 20. Tachar, you're going to hear somebody running past you, heading down the
Wait.
stairs.
Are they gonna be able to notice that there's blood on her sword because I was just stabbed? So
Tachar, you hear this
notice.
ka-thump, 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 running past
I
the room that you're in.
am going to jump down the hole to the lower floor.
All right. roll an acrobatics. This is
No
to,
problem.
to try to mitigate the amount of damage that you're going to take. 17. Alright, so you're going to thump essentially right there. I'm going to let you... Whoa, I stretched your token. That's weird. I'm going to let you land right on top of the boulder. So you've landed on top of the boulder without taking full damage from dropping 10 feet. Say that takes 5 feet of your movement. You still have 25 feet left.
I'm gonna come back to the door, the only other door that you'd be able to come out of from that area.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token where you want yourself to be. Is there any sort of an action that you want to take?
I'm gonna ready my mace, but I'm gonna be standing right outside the door, not for lethal, but more for incapacitating.
Okay. Awesome.
If somebody was to come through the door,
Alright.
because I don't know who is it gonna be.
Alright. Degoria, you are unconscious laying on the ground. I need you to make yourself a death saving throw.
Oh shit.
Death save, that's a failure, and almost a critical failure at that, so... Yikes.
Wonderful.
Octavio,
Can someone heal me?
Octavio, you just saw her try to hit this little blonde lady with the frying pan. The blonde lady stabbed her twice, and then took off out the door. What are you gonna do?
Jeez. I mean, there's enough people downstairs to probably stop her.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because 2 of them don't even know what the heck's going on.
That's true.
Are they gonna see the blood on her sword? I mean,
I'm not going to see nothing. We're in the
Worst
opposite room.
case scenario, if she gets away, she wasn't really helpful anyways.
That's true.
What are you gonna do, Octavio? There's a bleeding body of Degoria laying on the ground in front of you.
I mean, I can't just like leave her here to die. I'm certainly not a
If you do that, I'm haunting you.
I'm certainly not a cleric by any means, but I'm gonna try to like, I don't know, like
Medicine.
rip a part off of my shirt and like apply pressure to the wound.
Okay. using your action, you rip a section of your cloak off and you put it on the wound that's bleeding profusely from Degoria. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh god. I'm gonna do more harm than good.
Please don't.
You've got the rag there, and you're trying to stop the bleeding as best you possibly can. Not really sure the rules on when it comes to stabilizing, so at this moment in time, we're gonna say that we'll come back to it.
Cliffhanger.
Hold on just a second. I found the rules. Oh, okay. So you've got the rag in position, but there's a lot of blood just gushing out of that particular wound. It might not quite be in the exact right position.
Mm-hmm.
Droon! Oh, no, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say we yell out like, Degoria's hurt! We need help up here!
Alright. At that, Droon, you hear, Degoria's hurt! We need help up here! You can hear the thudding footsteps of somebody coming down the stairs towards your... What do you want to do, sir?
Wait, she's coming down the stairs?
Sounds like it. Sounds like someone is coming down the stairs. But you did hear the yell out that Degoria's hurt.
Okay. So I'm gonna yell out like what happened as I move to go up the stairs.
Okay.
And I'm basically gonna like 2 at a time. I'm gonna take the dash action like to get up there as fast as possible. I don't actually know exactly where they are upstairs, but
So 5, 10, 15, 20...
Weird lady's going down the stairs!
25, 30 feet up the stairs, you would see the blonde lady running down the stairs at you. You said you were specifically taking the dash action to get up the stairs, But
Yes.
she's running down the stairs. She's got a short sword leveled, and there is blood on it. Are you sure you want to keep going? 3.
So
2.
I'm gonna try and say to her as I'll stop momentarily, of course, because there's somebody brandishing a sword, and I'm going to tell her, I have no quarrel with you. Let me pass so I can tend to my companion.
Okay. So you're gonna try to basically barrel through her.
Yeah. If she doesn't get out of the way, that's her fault.
All right. 30 additional feet is going to get you there. As you kind of like, she flattens herself up against the wall as you kind of charge past her. She is going to take a stab at you as you go by.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
That's a 7 to hit you, though. You're just barreling on through, and you don't even really feel her take that stab at you.
Okay.
Rivik, top of the round again. Now you've heard Dagoria, or Octavio yell out that Dagoria's hurt. That lady's trying to get away right this moment in time. Droon just took off out of the room. What are you gonna do?
Can I reason with the enemy?
If you see her.
You can try. What do you? Tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what you need to roll. How you want to do it?
I want to make sure I can get to the bottom of the stairs first.
Okay. You can move diagonally in this one without any problem.
Okay. So that's
It's only 25
10.
feet to right there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I stand at the bottom of the stairs, and I see her coming down the stairs,
Uh-huh.
and I'd like to stop her and ask what happened.
Okay. So you're purposely trying to stop her. Do you want to try to grab her? Do you just want to try to impose yourself on the stairs so she can't get past?
I'm pretty big, so yeah, that should work out.
Okay. Awesome. It is Kilo's turn. She's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. She's going to come down towards you, and she does not look like she's going to stop. And since you purposely are trying to hold the stairs, what I would like you to do is a athletics.
Athletics check?
You're proficient in athletics, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You could choose athletics or acrobatics. Your choice.
But I don't think I'm proficient in either of those. But here, let's check.
Defense.
Let's go with athletics because I have a 4 in that.
Okay. Awesome.
You're strength based, so athletics should always be your go-to. Oh!
All right. You,
Dun, 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 dun,
this
dun,
big,
dun,
imposing dragonborn standing on the stairs right there in front of Keela. She drops to the ground and slides right between your legs.
Nice.
Woof. Right underneath of you. Tachar, not even close to coming through that door. 5, 10. Do you, Rivik, want to take a swing at her as she's getting out of your area of effect?
That puts me at disadvantage, right?
No, it's just attack of opportunity. She's
Sure, why not?
All right.
So I need to roll for mace, right?
Yep.
Mace. Click.
You connect on her back shoulder as she's running away. Go ahead and roll your damage. Ow.
Damn.
10 points of bludgeoning damage. She stumbles and sort of falls to her knees, then not all the way down to her knees, but she kind of stumbles and trips a little bit as she's racing out the door. Tachar, just a second ago, you heard somebody loud kathunk and then thud. Somebody just ran right past the door. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. You see her stumble, kind of recover from the stumble, and keep heading towards the far door.
I'm gonna step in and draw my bow
Okay.
and yell at her, halt or I'll shoot.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation then. All right, and so you've got your bow and arrow readied in case she goes out that door, right?
Correct.
Okay. Degoria, you've got to do another death saving throw, but this time, due to Octavio's actions, I'm going to give you advantage. It's actually a DC 10 medicine check to stabilize somebody, and you rolled an 8. So...
Do I roll it twice?
No, just click on your character sheet. It says advantage, disadvantage, and normal. Just click on advantage, then click on the death save. And then put it back to normal.
Oh, you know, on the...
Yeah,
1 sec.
no worries.
Okay.
That's
better.
that is a pass. So you have 1 fail and 1 pass. All right. We'll come back around to Octavio. You've got the rag on there. A bunch of blood is gushing out, but you've stemmed the majority of the blood. What do you want to do, sir?
Death is such sorrow.
All right, so it's my turn. So I know that the actual healer is coming.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I have no spell slots. All my cure wound shit, that's gone, sir.
Oh,
He doesn't know that, but
No, I
he
don't.
also doesn't know that all of my lay on hands has already been spent.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna leave until the actual healer gets here.
Okay. Do you want to try to
'Cause I'm-
reposition your rag? What do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get a better hold on it, and like reposition and try to push harder in
Okay.
a different spot and see if that'll cut off the bleeding.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another medicine check for me.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, you're doing your best.
doing all you can.
With an 11, that's enough to stabilize Degoria, so you don't have to make
Yes.
any more death saving throws. Okay.
1.
So just go ahead and unclick both the fail and the save. You are stabilized at 0 hit points. You are not in danger of dying right at this moment in time.
Are you still unconscious at 0 though?
Yes, she's still unconscious at 0. All right, Droon.
Okay, so
It's a
my-
bloody mess right this moment in time. Octavio's got like a rag just stuffed into him. His paws and his hands are all covered with blood. It's all over the ground in there.
Okay, so I come. I don't want to say barreling in, but that's basically what I do.
Okay.
And I try not to slip on all the blood that's around. And there's like some sort of like holy expletive that comes out of my mouth, like when people go Jesus,
Yeah.
something similar to that. I don't really have that.
Lathander's
prepared right
light.
now. Yeah, exactly. Jesus, by the light of Lathander. So wherever they are, whatever orientation they're at, I basically get down on my knees, and try to. I don't know. I think I have some sort of bandages or something in one of my kits.
Okay.
I try and like rip out some supplies and cover the wound that's not being addressed right now because he's got 1 and there's actually 2.
Mhm.
So I will also attempt to. I mean, she's already stabilized, but she's still bleeding, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and do
I
a
don't know.
medicine check. Why not?
Thematically,
Yeah.
doing
Yep.
that. All right, let's see here.
I will even give you advantage at this since Octavio is there and technically he's helping.
Mhm. Okay, cool. I might need that. Oh, all right. then.
Oh.
You know, with a natural 20, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're able to take your action to kind of pull out some thread and needle and sew the wound shut. At the end of Degoria's next round, you can come conscious with 1 hit point, Degoria.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Hey,
but it will
awesome.
be at the end of your round, so you're not going to get an action or bonus action. Okay.
So while this whole thing is going on, like when I first enter the room and when I kneel down and start whipping out my supplies, I basically start trying to ask him, like, what the heck just happened? You were just talking with her. What's going on?
She got angry, and she stabbed her.
Oh, no,
And after I say that, I'm gonna jump down the hole.
All right.
He'll go, and I'm just like, wait, what? Ah, damn it! So that's what I'm trying to do, the thing.
All right, go ahead and roll your acrobatics there, Octavio.
Okay.
Technically, it's out of turn, but it's fine. Oh my gosh. So with your acrobatics, you land directly on the rock, kind of spring from the rock itself, and land on the ground right in front of the door.
It's like the scene from Treasure Planet when Captain Amelia jumps down off of the mast. Meow!
Yep.
Nice.
Rivik, your turn. You've got T'Char behind you with his bow and arrow drawn, and he said, freeze. You see Octavio's jumped down from the ceiling and is standing, imposing himself between Keela and the door. What do you want to do?
I want to stop this.
Okay.
Because I don't want any more bloodshed here.
Okay. So what are you going to do?
Another intimidation check, I guess, is what I would have to do to get her to stop.
Should do it on everybody.
Sure. What do you say anything? What would you say to get everybody to stop? Would you just be like, "Oh, you motherfuckers need to stop right now"?
Whoa. I mean, dude was already used, so that could be. Say
Sorry,
that.
man.
Come
Oh,
on,
you mother chickens!
come on, Rivik, give me something.
I'm sorry, man. That was great. Everyone, freeze!
Awesome. All right, and go ahead and roll your intimidation then.
All right. Hopefully this works. Intimidation. Where are you?
Should
There
be
you
in
are.
your state, yeah. It's not bad.
Okay. Keela. She looks at T'Char, sees the deadly intent with the bow and arrow drawn in her particular direction. She turns and looks towards Octavio in the door and kind of sizes up Octavio and his dedication to holding this particular position. And she turns and looks towards Rivik. Finally, she throws down her short sword and her dagger. And she says, "Fine, we can talk." Let's
Okay,
take our 10-minute
cool.
break, guys.
Sounds good.
We'll take our 10-minute break, and we can come back and find out what Keela has to say about her particular actions here. So we'll see you guys back at 8:13.
Cool.
Alright, I do believe we're back from our 10-minute break. The Friends of Thunder had a sort of social misencounter or miscommunication, is the best way I could possibly describe it, with Keela Darkhope. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick up with Miss Degoria. So, Degoria, you wake up, and Droon is just finishing the last stitch and bites it off as you come to. You are at 1 hit point. Covered in blood. Droon has got his hands covered in your blood. Probably his knee.
Well, would you look at that? 8.
Indeed. You got yourself into a real mess today, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess I did.
It was Octavio, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Since Octavio was less than forthcoming with information, it falls to you now to tell me what exactly happened up here.
Well, you see, we were talking. she was kind of getting on my nerves, so I decided to hit her with my frying pan, but that didn't go very well, as you can see.
Idiot.
His brow furrows a bit, and his eyes close. Takes a long sigh.
Very disappointed.
He gets some water. He has like a water skin or whatever, and he kind of reaches over and grabs you by the shoulder, and kind of helps you sit up, so that you're not just laying in a pool of your own blood.
Woo! Not snow angel, blood angels.
And so he'll actually, he says, "Let's get you cleaned up a little for now. We'll talk later." And so he pops the cork off of his water skin and kind of just starts pouring it over her arms.
Okay.
Because pouring it over her clothes is not going to do much except make her wet and bloody. So
Thank you.
maybe a little bit on the wounds to kind of clean them up, but that's about it.
Okay.
Thank you, my good sir.
As you guys are cleaning up upstairs, Kella has dropped her short sword on the ground, dropped her dagger on the ground, and a small snake-like creature sort of pops out from her back. Sorry. Let me see if I can find an image of this particular flying snake.
The mystery continues.
Snake. Snakeity
That's not
snake.
what it is. Do you guys want to say anything to her?
What escalated this?
Your companion tried to hit me.
It's going to be like a room full of just grumpy dudes sighing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, no, you called me slow. I'm okay with that.
Ah, yes! Thank you, my dude! I like this guy now. It's awesome.
It wasn't you that tried to hit me.
But I was okay with it.
Maybe you were okay with it, but I don't like being attacked by complete strangers. You didn't even introduce yourself to me. Yet she tried to hit me with a frying pan.
Can Degoria hear this? Can she hear what's happening?
It's muffled a bit,
Dang
but
it.
you can probably hear a bit pieces of it. This is the small animal that she's kind of got flying
It's
near her.
adorable.
I think we can all tell that you're hiding something. Maybe it's time to tell the truth.
God.
Do a persuasion, please, Octavio.
Okay. Also, from character perspective, that was a total bluff.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know that she's hiding something.
Okay. In that case, also roll deception.
Okay. Let's both
Yes.
roll both.
Yes.
Okay.
Do a
let me
persuasion
try-
first,
wait.
and then a deception. Okay.
Ooh, bad.
Okay.
Much better deception.
Okay. Okay. She kind of crosses her arm
How?
and gets.
Her shoulder is fucked.
She just looks at you and looks back to the rest of the group. Maybe I have my own reasons for being here. Maybe they're none of your business. Did you ever consider that? You didn't even introduce yourself to me. You asked for my name, but no names were given.
So Droon will kind of like, I guess he'll stand up, but he'll put a firm hand on Degoria's shoulder and just kind of like, not push her down, but to say, stay put. And he'll kind of walk over to the hole, the edge of the hole.
All right.
And he'll call back down to everybody down below, and he'll say, "She's right. We've done little to earn her trust, and she's a survivor of this whole ordeal. What example are we setting coming in to this place when our goal was to defend them from the goblins, and we attacked them instead?" Now,
I agree with Droon.
She seems to visibly relax at that.
Degoria is not going to pay attention to the whole stay put thing and try to get up.
I mean, he's not facing her right now, so he's not.
You can use the wall and kind of use it to support yourself. You're pretty weak, but you're able to stand up.
That's fair.
He'll go ahead and say, "I'm sorry for the actions of some of my companions. Most of them mean well, but we are all here to do a job. And we are just trying to find out who is still alive and how we can help them."
And I'll say to her, I will give you my name. I am Octavio Halfcloud of Mastico.
Awesome. Octavia, did you catch that message? In Roll20, just to let you know. She kind of glances towards Octavio and then glances back towards Rivik and sort of leans her head up and towards the hole. I do appreciate your apology, and I must offer my sincere apology for almost skewering your loudmouth party member.
Excuse me. I was not.
Silence!
She says, to be honest with you, I'm here for reasons of my own, which I'd rather not share with strangers. To you, Octavio, it is my greatest pleasure to meet you. She sort of curtsy bows towards you.
I'll bow back, but obviously I'm still mad.
Okay.
Because, like, I clearly saw that.
What is? Okay. And Droon will say, "If there is to be no more bloodshed, then he'll introduce himself. And my name is Droon, and I serve.
Pick a god. You can
I
pick
serve at
whoever
the
you want.
behest of the. Well, I'll say my affiliation,
Okay.
not so much my god, but what's it called again? The
Lord's Alliance?
Yeah, that's it. Lord's Alliance.
Put it on your character sheet.
It is actually. I'm just
Alright,
looking
good,
at it right now.
good, Good. Just so you don't forget.
I want to see if I can walk up to the snake
Oof.
and kind of make a, like, try to take what's in the claw.
Okay. How are you approaching? Are you approaching in a menacing sort of manner?
No. Very, very calm, manner of fact.
Okay.
I would say it's a sleight of hand.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand, but before you do so, roll an animal handling to see if you can get close to this particular animal.
While he's doing that, Degoria would like to try and get out of the room, still using the wall to help her walk, but head downstairs.
You can start heading downstairs. Sure, not a problem. All right. The animal doesn't seem to react negatively. It does move away from you and kind of up on her shoulder, and she just kind of pushes it aside a little bit. But go ahead and roll your sleight of hand.
I will start following Degoria down the stairs.
While this is taking place, I'll step forward and introduce myself and say that my given name is Table Chair, but you may call me Char.
Oh my gosh.
The flying snake darts away from your hand and lands on her opposite shoulder. Looking at your paw, it's completely covered in blood. So perhaps you startled the creature by reaching for it with a bloody hand.
Yeah.
You forgot that you were knuckle deep in guts for a second.
Clean that up.
Keela says, well, I'm not 100% sure that violence won't ensue, as I wasn't the instigator. As she looks directly towards Degoria as she walks down the stairs.
Fair.
Dude, you were mouthing off. You were mouthing off at me. Of course, I was gonna hit you with my frying pan.
Do I appear to be your daughter?
What?
Do I appear to be your daughter?
No, you were clearly much older than me.
Then why would you assume that it would be sociably acceptable to try to hit me regardless of my mouthiness? If you can't deal with mouthy people, perhaps you shouldn't be hanging around with a lot of these.
I was just gonna hit you! You stabbed me! Twice!
You were going to hit someone that you had no reason to hit. Little girl, you can't just go around hitting people because they're
I'm not a
mouthing to
little
you.
girl. Thank you very much.
Your actions say otherwise.
I'm gonna lick. I'm gonna be like licking the blood off my paws, and be like, and just out of the side of my mouth. Be like,
Degoria's gonna be very disgusted by this because it's her blood that he is licking off his hand.
You kind of deserve it, and just keep cleaning myself.
What? See?
And
As
yeah,
you stated earlier, you don't want to divulge any information to strangers. We now know your name. You know ours. So therefore, we are no longer strangers.
We're still strangers. I'm still a stranger.
Pipe down.
I can see where you're coming from. I'm not sure, as she glances towards Droon, that all of your party members would welcome the knowledge that I have to share. And as there are 5 of you and only 1 of me, I would still like to keep my information to myself. I'm not exactly sure how stable, looking at Octavio, licking the blood off of his hands, your party might be, if you catch my drift.
Droon once more kind of just closes his eyes and breathes, like inhales and exhales deeply, because he can't really refute her logic from what he's seen. She's very much correct. Shoot. As I said, our first goal is to aid the survivors of this town in any way that we can. Perhaps they will have information on what happened here more than we learned from the goblins.
Perhaps.
But before we can do any of that, we must address the remainder of the goblins that surely remain here.
Well, what about the guy that Octavio's carrying around? Is he still unconscious?
Are you going to check?
Sure.
He hasn't yelled yet.
Perhaps
So-
if we aid one another, we might be able to come to some
Sense of trust.
sort of an accord.
Dagoria, if you are going to go check on the goblin, I would like you to roll a perception, please. Kayla, she takes a deep breath herself and sort of crosses her arms again and says, "If your goal is to rescue the villagers that live here, then I agree that the first step would be to remove any goblins that might perhaps be in the village. And then perhaps locate the villagers and retrieve them from wherever they might be hiding. Perhaps the goblins located in this town might be able to answer that question for you.
I've already tried to reason with the goblins. The goblins betrayed us almost.
That is the nature of a goblin, is it not?
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Listen, I know not what happened to the people of this particular town, where they went, and what their status might be as of this moment in time. I am willing to remain in town and even raise the drawbridge so that when you return to town, at least no other goblins or creatures potentially can get in.
To Drew, that sounds like a fair accord, because having only one person to worry about, as opposed to a potential army, have his back covered.
We should search the rest of the town for goblins.
Message to Dagoria in Roll20.
Okay.
She says, if I'm to be trusted, I'm quite sure that you guys would like to know some more information. And I can tell you that I do have some associates that are on their way to help secure the town.
What associates?
It's just some friends.
Hey, Will.
Yes.
I'm gonna poke the goblin's cheek a couple of times just to check.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what to say at this point, like, as a player, because Drun wants to trust. He wants to, open negotiations and cease bloodletting, but at the same time, he doesn't like the idea of someone coming in after this until this is all over. And he's also, you know what? Might I ask how you were able to? Did you send word to these associates to meet you here before the rocks fell? Surely they know not of what happened here.
No. My associates were already on the way here. They were sent by our leader.
Degoria's gonna tap Octavio on the shoulder and tell him he's up, as in like the goblin.
Look back at the goblin.
You could see the goblin's eyes are squinted shut, and like a child is trying to fake sleep right this moment in time.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Goblins trying to avoid getting struck twice.
Goblins can be smart sometimes. So they were already. This is just in my mind. I'm not actually saying anything
Okay.
right now. So the goblins, or not the goblins, but the her associates were already on their way here to secure the island, but that was before the incident occurred. So in Druin's mind, what were you, if they were sent here before this whole thing started, what were you trying to secure the island from?
Are you gonna ask that question?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of looks in your particular direction and she says, my associates and I were planning on establishing this place as a potential base of operations for, how can we say, mutual beneficent to our benefactor.
Okay, so so I'm gonna let me look at my character sheet real quick.
Okay. Anybody else? While he's researching?
Who is your benefactor?
His name is the Snail.
The Snail.
I'm gonna use Divine Presence.
Okay.
I want to see how she registers
Oh,
to my
damn.
senses.
Okay. And that, what does that indicate to you? What things does that...
I can detect, until the end of my next turn, celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of me that aren't behind total cover. I know the type. Oh, I see that doesn't do alignments, though. That's not like detect evil or anything. It's just divine presence. I'll do it anyway, but... yeah, basically I detect fiends, celestials, or undead, and the type, but
Okay.
not specifically if their name or whatever.
Okay. Message to you.
Okay. Okay. So he's suspicious of her, but he's not... I mean, he's not gonna just outright go, "Oh, heathen!" You know, so he's not... He's still kind of relaxed.
Okay.
Does he... I guess anyone can do this, but as a suggestion, does anybody know who the Snail is? Anybody recognize the name?
Your
No.
entire group would recognize that particular name. You might not recall it off the top of your head, as it's been a long and sort of uneventful journey. However, there was an individual located in the town of Daggerford known as the Snail. He sort of took up at a particular... Sorry, I'm looking for it. In a person that hangs out at the local bar, not the Defiant Gentleman, the one that you guys were at, but at a tavern called the Happy Cow. The Snail is a particularly slow-speaking halfling. That's what his name is. His nickname, the Snail, comes from, is the fact that he talks very slow and quite deliberately. He runs the Black Network out of Daggerford, the Black Network is the Zentarum.
And so, we would know this, or
You would
this is
know
just from
this.
clear knowledge.
You would know this as this particular individual was in Daggerford.
Okay. I find it odd that somebody of that stature and that kind of mannerism would be able to lead such an organization, but he's not going to. This is dangerous water.
I mean, basically, she's just another goblin.
She crosses her arms and looks at you. We are not goblins.
The fact remains that we are still here to do a job.
Listen. The Black Network, the Zentarum, we just offer the best mercenaries money can buy.
Misogynist.
So you were taking our job.
Not necessarily, no. And obviously we are recruiting. See, agents allied with the Zentarum are free to profit as they see fit, either by helping or hindering others.
Sorry, I have no interest in joining your organization.
Well,
Nor should we.
Kinda sounds like fun.
Regardless, as long as you uphold your end and prevent anyone from entering, we will see about getting to the keep.
well, obviously I'd let my associates enter. That's why I told you about them. I'm talking about, obviously, goblins or orcs or those types.
Hey, I forgot to ask you this earlier. I forget your name. What's your little companion's name? Just curious.
No, I don't think it has a name.
Then give it one.
Well,
So demanding.
She might get a frying pan out again.
Ah, she doesn't even name her own pets.
Animal
Worse than
companion.
goblins.
what's the goblin's name?
No, the snake.
Well, I didn't give it one.
Huh.
All right, enough of this. Let us be about our tasks.
Yes. This chit-chat has been awfully boring to me.
None
I'm
of
ready to inspect the rest of the town.
yeah,
Uphold your
Agreed.
part.
yeah. None of us have anything to gain from conflict between our organizations. So let us just turn the other way.
Yes, perhaps that is best.
Do you think that we may need to discuss this as a group, as our group?
You may
Well-
feel free to discuss whatever you'd like. I'm planning on going back upstairs and perhaps waiting in one of the two rooms that isn't destroyed for the rest of my companions to show up.
Yes. Have a
Before
good
we
wait.
leave this building, I'd like to go back to the room that I was in when somebody tried to hit somebody with a frying pan and take the portrait off the wall.
Tapestry?
The tapestry.
Tapestry? The tapestry is about 8 feet wide by about 5 feet tall.
Roll it up.
So you are going to go upstairs and roll up the tapestry?
You said it was hills, correct?
It is a mountainside.
Mountains. I don't like mountains, so I'm just gonna destroy it.
Okay, how are you going to destroy it? Take out your mace and just kind of like smash it?
Yeah,
Cut it
yeah. I'm
with a
just gonna
dagger?
smash at it like I did with the trunk.
Okay. it doesn't take you too long. You guys hear downstairs this ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Fucking mountains.
Oh my god.
And then I come back down and I say, okay, now I'm ready.
Alright, so you guys exit the front of the inn. I put your tokens back out over here. Oops, 2 Octavios. 2 Octavios! No! Double the Octavio. There. Extra Octavio. Gone.
And Rivix. And Gregorius.
Is the thing in the middle of the courtyard, is that a hole in the ground?
Yes, that appears to be a 5-foot deep hole.
Can I go and inspect it?
Sure. Absolutely.
Odd to me that there's no rock in it.
The square is a muddy open area with a 5-foot deep hole in the middle of it. North of the hole is a covered well.
Is there anything in the well other than water?
Does not appear to be anything in the well other than water.
Okay.
Can we explore the building to the right?
This building here?
Yeah.
You most certainly may explore that building there if you'd wish. Would you like to explore that particular building?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Hold on just a minute while I get your tokens together and put them on the appropriate square. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, where's Tot?
Tot? You mean
Oh, I didn't.
goblin?
Oh yeah,
I didn't bring him with you, but he's just
he's
gonna
on
be
my
with-
back still, pretending.
Is there? Sorry, is there like some place in the town where Degoria can go to like find a potion or something to like bring her health back up? Or
Well, most of the places in this particular town have been abandoned.
The only thing that would have helped you was the chicken. It's gone.
This isn't Castlevania.
Oh,
You don't just find chicken in the walls and it heals you.
I don't
just
know
break
what
out,
happened to
break
the
out the
chicken.
candle, and it should have some kind of potion that pops out.
Yeah.
There was a chicken and then it was gone. I don't know what happened.
So you guys are going to approach the building here. It has a large set of double doors in the front of it, as
so
well.
all of us are there now?
Drune is going to insist that Degoria not take point.
Considering
Agreed.
you're at 1 hit point.
Yes, you bloody mess, stay back.
Not in the
Then
very
where do
back,
I-
mind you, but
Then what do I
Stay
do?
in the middle.
Let's see.
Keep
This appears
watch.
to be a barn of some sort. Do you want to open the door?
Can I open it stealthily? Like,
Hold
quietly?
on. There's a side door. Maybe not enter from the front.
Yeah.
If you guys
Do we
want,
know-
guys
do we
want
know
to
it's
move.
there?
But yeah,
Side
I revealed it to you, so
Okay.
I revealed it.
I'll come to the side door. I think if some of us are at the
Mhm.
front door, if some are at the side door, that way if there's somebody in there and they are mainly, having their attention to the front door, I think we open up the side door stealthily and to peek in.
Okay.
I'd also like to open the front door stealthily.
Okay.
Peek in.
Go ahead and roll your stealth rolls, please.
All of us?
Just the people that are opening the doors.
Bad. Bad stealth.
Rivik. Not with your boot. That is not stealth.
He's trying to be like that orc that intimidates everybody into just ignoring him.
Well, look, whatever
Oh, yeah.
whatever happens, the person is definitely going to have their attention to the front door now.
Whatever order that we're going to be standing outside when they do this, I would like to be like either beside or near Dagoria, because, I mean,
Oh,
she can
look
still
at that.
fight, but I feel like an escort is necessary at this point.
I guess.
The barn has a dirt floor. 5 draft horses and 5 riding horses are confined to the wooden stalls that line the north and south walls. Hanging on the walls are bits, bridles, and leather saddles. 2 wooden ladders allow easy access to the hayloft.
Cool.
I would, at least we got some transportation now, but I think that I would like to stealthily climb one of those ladders to peek up into the hayloft.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll another stealth.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this here. Go ahead. Which ladder, north or south?
South.
South ladder. Okay.
What I was closest to, I think.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Good. What do you say?
I was gonna say, just between me and Dagoria, Drew would ask her if she feels fit to walk or fit to fight. If not, perhaps we can find some place to take a short rest for her to recuperate after, almost dying.
That's probably a good idea.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah. So he, obviously to him, he does not like the idea of taking a short rest in the inn, because that's where Keela is. Killa, whatever her name is. Kellogg. Kellogg's breakfast.
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes. So he's looking around for a place where she might be safe, with or without a guard.
The barn looks safe.
Yeah, honestly, the barn's full of hay, so perhaps if the barn is clear, the hay would make an excellent
Will
Yes.
I
napping
take action with my bow?
Okay. So, Tachar climbs the top of the stairs, draws his bow and arrow, and just shoots right across the way. Go ahead and make your attack roll. 19. Yeah.
Yay.
You guys hear this loud, "Ah!" and everybody sees now a goblin that was up there with a bow and arrow pointed down at the party, just
Nice.
about to surprise attack you guys. But Tachar got the drop on him. So, roll your damage, Tachar. So
Nice.
the arrow, the goblin's looking down and below. Where are you going to try to hit this goblin at?
Oh, it's a headshot.
It's a headshot. Oh yeah, arrow right between the eyes, and the goblin goes over the railing, down to the ground.
Wilhelm scream.
Onto the ground. The loft is filled with haystacks and sacks of oats.
All right, I don't see anything else up top.
Is the goblin dead though?
Oh, the goblin's dead. The arrow's buried in his head. His eyes are crossed.
Good.
Let's go and check out the goblin's body.
Okay, do an investigation for me. He does carry a coin pouch that holds a copper piece and a sack that contains a wooden box that's engraved with a symbol of the Lion Shield Cloister. That's Area 9, which is not something that you have been to yet. So it does appear to be like a lion shield.
I show the party the box.
Okay.
Um,
So it's a circular blue shield emblazoned with a stylized golden lion.
So I ask if anybody recognizes this.
Well, that seems distinctly paladin-y, so I will ask, do I recognize this?
Go ahead and roll a history.
Oh boy, I'm so good at this. Oh hey, apparently I am good at this.
Yeah, you recognize the symbol. It hangs above the door to a building in town. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can get you guys. So it hangs above the door to this particular building right there. Is where you've seen that symbol before. You imagine that it's the symbol for whatever that building happens to be. Zoom
Okay.
back over to where you guys are now.
So
So, hey-
I was
Sorry.
gonna say that symbol is the same symbol that's on one of the buildings we have yet to explore. Perhaps it is an armory of sorts, judging by the crest.
Is the box? Is it like a functional box? Is there anything in it?
It does appear to be a functional box. And you open it up and look inside, and there are 10 silvered darts.
Oh damn! What were you gonna?
Since
Oh, go ahead.
Proficient in darts, I think.
You are proficient in darts. Considering
Yes.
you used one to pick a lock earlier, you're really the
Yeah.
only one that uses
I
them.
used them for many.
Break the lock, really.
I ask if everybody's okay with me holding on to these.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'll go ahead and pocket that. I think that we kind of know. I mean, at least what I perceive from the building having that symbol, as well as what was inside the box. That building is most likely some type of either armory or weapons store.
Awesome.
Or both.
Real quick, before we go any further, just to let you guys know, it is 9 o'clock. Do you guys want to keep going for a little bit longer? Majority rules?
I don't
I
know.
could.
We're in a pretty safe place. We could actually.
I was gonna suggest, like a short rest at minimum. I don't think long rest is really something we can consider at the moment, but short rest to.
I meant the group as like a whole. You want to take the rest now and stop the session now?
Yeah, sure.
I think it'd be okay, especially since as we're stating as well, this building's easy to secure outside of the hole in the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's only got 2 doors, and I mean some of us can easily go ahead and stay alert while other people with frying pans heal.
Alright. I would like you guys to go ahead and advance your characters to 2nd level.
Oh, cool.
You don't have to do that right this
Ooh.
moment in time, but before next game, if you would please advance your characters to 2nd level, that would be great. You may
Meow.
receive full hit points, so maximum hit points. Don't worry about rolling or anything like that. You do not get any of the benefits. So, specifically for Degoria, you normally would get additional spell slots. You do not get those spell slots until you take a long rest. Same thing
Okay.
for Rivik, the cleric. Okay? The only thing that I will give you is the additional hit points. Okay?
Okay.
So, no spell slots if you gain any spell slots, but you will get the full hit points added to what you currently have. If you decide to use hit dice to heal your character, Degoria, you will gain those. Droon, you're not going to gain additional health for your healing hands. Okay?
Okay.
Or
Figured as much.
anything like that. But just the extra health will be added upon because you guys will get the benefits of a short rest. Let's move you guys all inside the...
I forget how to level up.
Sorry. Really, all you got to do is add extra hit points. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off from our recording. We'll see you guys again on Friends of Thunder. We'll have to come up with a more catchy name than that for it. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.